don't think I want to do this YouTube thing anymore. It's hard to talk to the camera. Is it focused? Yeah. Yeah. Look at this professional lighting right here. Nice outside scenery. It is hot out here though, but I'll make this video out here anyway because it looks nice. So, right now I got my Instagram up and I'm about to do the Q&A for you guys that I said I was going to do on Instagram, and I got a bunch of amazing questions. I was really surprised with some of the depth the questions had, so I'm going to hop right into it. I'm going to go with the first question first, and then I'm going to skip around. What does your lifting plan look like? How often do you switch it? So, I'm going to start out by saying literally in the past year and a half, I've done the same exact program. I've taken deload weeks, I've been in a surplus, so I've still been making progress on that program. My training style is I do legs, push, pull. So I start out with my squat on my leg day, I start out with my bench on my push day, and then on my pull day, I start out with my curls, because those are the big 3 lifts. No, I'm just kidding. I start out with my deadlifts on my pull day, because of the big 3 lifts. And then on all 3 days, right after my big 3, I get into my accessories. So that's pretty much how I train, and how I've been training for the past, like I said, year and a half. Who's your fitness inspiration, and keep up the work, bro? Oh, thanks, Mitchell. But, so my fitness inspiration, I mean, I look up to like a lot of people in the industry. I definitely don't have like one specific person that I'm like, oh my god! I kind of try to take a little bit away from every person. Are pre-workouts important? No, pre-workouts are not important, and I actually don't recommend you take a pre-workout unless you absolutely need it. Like if you work 8 hours a day and then you have to come to the gym, then I recommend you take a pre-workout, because you're probably not going to get a good workout without one. But if you're in high school, in college, and you're not really, like I said, killing yourself 8 hours, 10 hours a day at a physical labor job, I don't see like a need for a pre-workout at all. I mean, maybe once or twice a week, but don't get your tolerance too high, because I know people. See you around here? How long have you been lifting for? So I've been lifting for roughly 3 years and loving every second of it. What kind of steroids do you take? I got a lot of questions like that. Where do I pin my steroids? Where do I eat my steroids? What type of steroids do I take? Where can I buy the steroids you buy? And I have no idea where to buy steroids. I don't take steroids, and I don't plan on taking them in the future. So that's pretty much all I can say about the steroid comments. Why do you half rep? All disrespect. No, it says no disrespect. But I mean, honestly, it's just a bad habit. It's something that I like kind of got into when I first started training. I half rep sometimes, and I don't recommend doing that. There's no real reason for it. It's not. I mean, yes, it's keeping constant tension, but I still would recommend more of a full range of motion. So don't half rep like you see me. Your supplements. Okay, supplements that I take creatine, I take a whey protein once in a while, BCAAs while I'm in a deficit, and that's pretty much the end of supplements go. And once in a while, actually, I'll take a pre-workout. Usually before my workout, I'll just have a Monster or a coffee, or I'll take like half a caffeine pill. Alright, I'm trying to find another one. Does late night eating cause you to get stomach fat? No, that's a myth. It's how much calories you're eating throughout the whole entire day that's going to cause you to get fat, not eating at a specific time. So if you're in a caloric deficit or you're at a maintenance, you're not going to be gaining weight regardless of what time you eat the food at. So just make sure you're in a deficit or a maintenance, and you're all good. What rep ranges do you use? I recommend switching your rep ranges up a good amount on your accessories and also on your main 3, but the rep ranges I work with on my program are like 7x3s, I do 6 sets of 5s, I do some 3x12s, I do 4x10s, just a bunch of different rep ranges, and I recommend that you guys do the same thing. Don't just stick with like, oh, Joe Schmo down the street does 3x10s. He said if I don't do a 3x10, I'm going to get small and die. No. Like, Switch up your rep ranges. I'm telling you, you will not die if you switch your rep ranges up. Someone said to say, oh shit, on camera. I gotta get a good one. Oh shit. That's the professional way to do it. So if you're gonna do it like that. All right. What's your secret trap exercise? I pretty much just put olive oil in my traps. Every night I'll just get like a half a bottle of olive oil and I'll just put it in like a massive syringe. I just kind of stick it right in here. So I don't actually train traps. All right. What are your maxes? So my bench max is 335, my squat is 520, and my deadlift is 600. Those are my three bench, squat, and deadlift maxes. Will you make a transformation video? I get that question asked all the time, and no, I probably won't, because I just don't have enough before pictures, and then after I like started training for about 5-6 months, I was still lean, but then I started putting on a lot of body fat because I was bulking up, and I didn't really get a lot of good pictures, so like it just wouldn't be worth it for me to make a transformation. It wouldn't come out good. So no, I probably won't be making a transformation, and it kind of sucks because I don't know, I wish I could, but don't have enough pictures. Ryan Casey, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? Shout out to Ryan Casey. He asked me, yo, if I come to NJ in August, you down to get a lift in? Absolutely, bro. If you come down to New Jersey, me, you, Dave, Quinn, we'll all get a lift in. It'll be awesome. Definitely just let us know whenever you're coming. Yeah, that'd be awesome. All right. How to add mass to my calves? As you can, well, I don't know if you can see from here, but I'm not the person to be asking that, so I couldn't tell you. All right. How do you feel about fasted cardio? It sounds super painful and terrible, but one of my friends, Steven CAO, Steven Chow, / Mr. Bubbles, / the Asian Guru, / the Asian Monster, / I don't really know what to call him, but my friend Steven, he does fasted cardio, and he pretty much is a shredded beast, so I guess it works, but I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on it. I don't do it. Who is the funniest out of David Lade, Steve, and Quinn? Funniest. Out of those three, it would definitely be. Don't tell Quinn and Steve, but Dave. All right. Did you play any sports in high school? I played football, I wrestled, and I did track my freshman year, and after that, I did not do anything. What's your opinion on overtraining? Okay, so my opinion on overtraining is that a lot of people's perceptions of overtraining is very flawed. Real overtraining is actually getting like a serious injury due to training too much, or I mean, I know that's actually like that's basically what overtraining is. Training so much to the point where you get a serious injury, and if you're just training the proper volume, like you're not training 7 days a week, 30 sets in the same body part, you don't have to worry about overtraining. So just make sure you guys are taking a day or two off a week, and make sure you're not training the same body part more than twice a week, and you will not be overtraining. Can you build muscle mass without gaining fat? Absolutely, especially when you first start training. Like when you've been training for 3-4 years, you're not going to be able to do that at all naturally, but when you first start training, absolutely, you can gain muscle mass and you can lose fat at the same time if you're on the right diet and training program. Right. How many parrots can I squat? Depends on, I think there's a bunch of different type of parrots, but the large parrots, like the big ones, I could probably squat about roughly 5,947 of the big parrots. You know. Weird question, but I know it'd be 5,947. Something, it's an intuition. How does someone start powerlifting? Well, you walk into a gym, right? You get a barbell, right? You put it on your back, you squat down. Then after you're done that, you walk up to a bench press, right? You lay down, you get the bar, you press it up. No, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Starting powerlifting, you want to look up a good program. Maybe look up Matt Ogus's 753, which is a sort of a powerlifting style. One of Lane Norton's programs. I know he has a program, something like that. Look up one of them. I think Lane Norton's program is called PHAT or something, PHAT, and then Matt Ogus is the Ogus 753. So if you want to look at one of those, if you want to start powerlifting, I would recommend those. Or I might actually, you know what, actually, yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to link the program that I used to do, my first legs push pull split, in the bottom here, and you can start out doing that too. Is Quinn as small as he looks? No, Quinn's not as small as he looks because he's a big motherfucker. Who holds more muscle mass, you or David? Are you sponsored, and how to get or look for a sponsorship? Right now, I'm currently not sponsored by any company. I feel like a lot of people think that I'm sponsored by Gymshark, but they have not contacted me yet at all. David just got a contract, and he's a sponsored athlete with Gymshark, which is absolutely awesome. Grow your social media. You need personality, and I mean, the physique actually comes last. So like, if you want a sponsorship, you just need to have a lot of personality. You need to have a lot of information, and pretty much, like I said, yeah, just grow the following. I mean, that's the best way to do it. Like posting a lot, doing collabs with other people. I don't know, whoever, like whatever you can pretty much do to grow your following. That's going to be the best route to go to getting a sponsorship, because companies pretty much look at the following that you have before they look at really anything else. If you could choose one sponsor, what would it be? Clothing sponsorship would hands down be Gymshark. I absolutely love their clothes. Their clothes are literally incredible quality, and I don't know, that would just be like absolutely unreal if I got sponsored by them. I've been like wearing their clothes and following their companies ever since I started lifting, so I don't know, Gymshark would definitely be the company I would want to be sponsored by. Top three things to do when cutting. Other people, I don't know, whoever, like whatever you can pretty much do to grow your following, that's going to be the best route to go to getting a sponsorship, because companies pretty much look at the following that you have before they look at really anything else. If you could choose one sponsor, what would it be? Clothing sponsorship would hands down be Gymshark. I absolutely love their clothes. Their clothes are literally incredible quality, and I don't know, that would just be like absolutely unreal if I got sponsored by them. I've been like wearing their clothes and following their companies ever since I started lifting, so I don't know, Gymshark would definitely be the company I would want to be sponsored by. Top three things to do when cutting. Be in a deficit, don't binge, and do cardio. Because if you don't do cardio, you're going to have to eat less calories, which sucks. Are you my dad? No, I'm not your dad. What size tees do you wear? Depending on the t-shirt, medium or large, usually a large. Best way to lean bulk. So the best way to lean bulk is going to be to track your calories, find out what your maintenance is, and then go to a 250 to 500 calorie surplus. That's going to be the best way you can lean bulk. How much water do you drink? I drink about a gallon of water a day, and that's what I recommend to most people. What's the best belt for powerlifting? I know the Pioneer belts are really good, those leather belts that they make, but my belt that I use, that Quinn has, and that Dave has, we all use Inzer belts. Me and Quinn have the lever belts, Dave has the prong. I prefer the lever belt, so if I was going to recommend someone a belt, I would say the Inzer lever belt, 10 millimeter, I believe it is. I think it's there's like a 13 and a 10, or it's either like a 9 or 10 millimeter, and I recommend the 9 or 10, not the 13. The 13 is a little bit thick. Go back on a bulk. That's not a bad idea, man. Not at all. But I'm gonna stay a little bit lean till the end of the summer. I'm not really going like on as serious of a cut as I like planned out on going on. I'm kind of just maintaining my weight right now, trying to like kind of recomposition, because I realized there was no real reason for me to get shredded, and getting shredded like absolutely sucks basically. So I figured that I'm just gonna try to build muscle mass and strength, and then cut down in the future once I have more muscle mass, because there's or if I have a real goal, like if I want to compete in a show, there's no real reason for me to do it right now. So I'm not gonna like deprive myself that badly, lose muscle mass, and like hinder my gains for that period of time when I can actually be gaining muscle mass in those months. Teen bodybuilding advice. Alright, so the overview of what I would say to someone who comes to me who wants advice for bodybuilding or for powerlifting, whatever the case, I would say make sure that if you're trying to get bigger, that you're in a caloric surplus. Make sure you're benching, squatting, and deadlifting with proper form, and you're progressively overloading on those 3 lifts. Make sure that you're doing your accessories and progressing in those too. And I mean, that's the main advice, man. I mean, just make sure you're in the surplus, make sure you're training properly, make sure you keep your mobility good, make sure you're training for mobility, because you don't want to hurt yourself. So yeah, make sure you're training mobility, surplus, and proper training. That's the best advice that I can give to any teen who wants to start bodybuilding or powerlifting. Arm size. So my arms currently are like 16.5 inches right now without a pump. That's the last time I measured. How much could you pull at 16? When I was 16, I could probably deadlift right around 455. Yeah, I would say when I was 16, I was deadlifting like 455. Dude, do you even lift? No, I do not. I do not lift any weights at all. Bulk or cut first as a beginner? This is kind of subjective, because I mean, some people are going to have to bulk, some people are going to have to cut. Like if you're over like 25% body fat or over 20, 25, I would recommend you cut before you bulk. But if you're like the average lean person, 12 to 15%, then I would recommend you start out with a lean bulk and slowly gain muscle mass. You don't want to go on a cut like if you're already pretty lean, because you don't have much muscle mass, so you're going to kind of just look like skinny. Skinny mini. It's getting hot out here, man. Opinion about drugs like weed, acids. I don't mess with any drugs. I mean, I've had my fair share of like party experiences and stuff like that, but I was never into like doing drugs or anything like that, so that's my opinion about that. What height are you? People ask me this all the time, and I am 5 feet 8 inches, maybe a little bit over that. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? So, I mean, I see myself in 10 years definitely like excelling more in the fitness industry, establishing myself more, helping as many people as I can in the fitness industry, possibly starting a family. Honestly, 10 years from now, I'm not really sure where I see myself. I've never really looked that far into the future. I just want to progress in every aspect of life. What are the most alpha exercises to do in the gym besides bench? Squat and deadlift, Ryan. Squat and deadlift. Did you put olive oil in your traps? Like I said, yes I did. Yes I do. Advice for skinny fat teens. If you're skinny and you also have a lot of body fat, my recommendation would be to cut down, get yourself lean, get yourself down to 12-13% body fat, and then slowly build muscle from there. Because you'll be happier being skinnier than you will if you get even heavier, gain even more body fat. So cut down first, get down to 12-13% body fat, get pretty lean, and then lean bulk from there and gain muscle mass. Okay, this is actually a really good question. How long does it take for you to see results in muscle mass? And I actually really like that question, because a lot of people ask me that all the time in person. And basically, what I tell people is, you are not going to see massive results in like the first week. You're not going to blow up. You're not going to go to the gym the first time and be like, oh my god, like, yeah, my arms are 47 inches now, bro. Yeah, I'm massive. No, it's going to take you roughly, like, if you're training properly and eating right, within 3 months, you should see a pretty noticeable difference in your body composition, in your body fat and your muscle mass. You should see a noticeable difference, definitely, within 3 months. So if you start training, expect to start, like, for you to personally start really noticing at about 3 months into it. You'll see little things within, like, probably the first, like, month, maybe month and a half, 2 months, but when you actually put on, like, a good amount of muscle, and like maybe a pound or two, like 3 pounds of muscle, like probably 3 pounds in your first 3 months, then you'll actually start to really notice it, get compliments. So stick it out, wait at least 3 months before you quit. All right, this question is, do you focus more on hypertrophy gains or do you focus more on strength gains? And my answer to that is equally. I focus on both equally, because yes, I want to do a powerlifting meet in the future, but I'm not ruling out like a men's physique show either. So I want to look good and I want to be strong. I don't want to just have one or the other. All right, this one, what are your goals in life? My goals in life are to excel in the fitness industry a lot, be able to take care of my family in the future, have a family of my own. I don't know, I have a lot of different things that I want, but yeah, like the main things are excelling in the fitness industry. I want to help my family out, like income-wise. I want to be able to support my family very well when I have my own family. So yeah, those are definitely my goals, are to like excel in the industry and help a lot of people out. I want to help people out with information. Like, I'm gonna definitely make a lot more of these Q&As, a lot of informative videos as well on how to lift. Mosquito? Yeah, that pretty much answers that question. That mosquito distracted me. All right, I'm gonna wrap this Q&A up because I mean there's a million questions that I got. I can't answer them all. I think I answered a good amount of questions, but I'm definitely going to do another Q&A again, like in the near future. So if your question didn't get answered, I'm sorry, but just leave another comment next time I let you guys know I'm doing a Q&A, and I'll try to get to it. I mean, I answered the ones that I saw the most of it asked, so that's pretty much how I went about answering these questions. But yeah, I hope you guys learned something from it. I hope you guys enjoyed the Q&A. I hopefully am going to be recording a leg day with Steve really soon, so you guys will enjoy that too. Oh.